Hi Pisces, Happy New Year, and welcome to your 2016 Year at a Glance overview. We'll be looking at two areas of your life. We'll start with your karmic history, and then look at your destiny. And then I'll use a tarot deck to see what's coming up in between all of that. So your karmic lesson, which could be a blessing or a challenge, is seeing past false promises and also taking care of yourself. There may have been a point in your past where just getting by was sort of the main focus, and also you might have been in either a relationship or contract where things were not always as they seemed. So getting past and trusting yourself, knowing that there is I want you to welcome in abundance, and I want you to speak with truth and seek out people that live by their word. So these are sort of the things that you could do to break the karmic ties that you have from the past. For your destiny, this is what's calling you, if you can get past your karmic lesson, is just that. That was the past. This is a new beginning. This is a new opportunity for you to step into something brand spanking new and forget about the old drama, because you're past that now. All right, let's now look at all 12 months for 2016. So the year starts off with a little bit of a challenge for many of you. We have the Eight of Swords, which is a card that often shows somebody feeling like they don't have enough information, maybe that other people haven't given them all that they deserve. This is a card, though, of martyrdom. So I want you to step aside from feelings of entitlement or any sort of sadness or depression, and remember that if you start to focus on sort of the negative energy here, then it's always going to be about survival. Walk away from these things. Allow for new beginnings to happen. What will start to happen as you enter the next month, as we're going into February, it may get a little bit trickier, but then you're going to notice a shift happen. The swords start to lessen, but I do see some pain and challenge for some of you as the year begins. So I would say if you can let this go and realize not everyone's out to get you, and with the Nine of Swords, don't give any more weight or power to the negativity that might be coming in. By the time you get to March, then you're going to be at a fork in the road. And with the Ten of Swords here, you can either continue on this path of really allowing other people to get the better of you, or you can start to focus on compromise and beginning to take your power back. And that's really what's happening here by April. So 3 months of challenge here for you, and they don't have to be this crazy. Honestly, I think that you can work past this, because what I see here by the time we hit April is a sense of understanding, empowerment, and a willingness to walk away from some of this. But for whatever reason, it looks like your current trajectory is to bring in some of these lessons. We go to Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, and then Ten of Swords. And although this Ten of Swords is a gentler version of it, what you can see by this is that you've surrounded yourself in a situation that doesn't need to happen. So this one was more of being entrapped rather than having the swords impale you, which is a much more beautiful sort of representation. But you look at this from the frying pan into the fire, whatever that phrase is. I feel like you just need to make sure that you're making good decisions, and it might be easier to walk away come February, come January, because I see you doing that in April. So relationships, work, and emotions are going to play a major role here. I don't see dating or anything. I see this is about you freeing yourself up from a situation or from life habits that are no longer part of what you want. For some people, the 8, 9, and 10 are about addiction. They're about being sort of held back by others. It could be about confidence. It's not as, the illustration is just a sort of compass for a larger meaning. So what I want to see you do is kind of reverse this. I would love for it to be 10, 9, 8, so that you're lessening, and maybe just jump straight to 5. So if you could, because this is your GPS and your opportunity, let go of whatever's causing you pain a little bit sooner so that we could fast forward and you don't have to wait until April. The good news for you is by the time May comes around, you're going to feel like a shift in your emotions. It's still reversed, but I see that you're starting to value yourself a little bit more, and you're going to move past some of the physical and emotional pain that you might have been feeling in the past. Now, for others of you, let's say that you're not feeling any of this pain. What I'm going to say is I really want you to watch your communication and your contracts, because there's a lot of hidden details that can be coming through here. And you really should be delaying on things until mid-year is a better time to start new things. We have the Three of Swords coming through in June, but it it's letting go to the Knight of Wands come July. So I feel like your energy starts to come back, and in August, this is when you magically turn the page here and you're in a better place. You've come through a lot of challenges. You might have met somebody new here, possibly a strong fire sign, but what I see is that you're going to be satisfied with your own energy. What I like on this one, you'll see a little bumblebee here. What's important about this is you have to stay busy and active throughout these months here, and you have to have your own defense and power, like defense mechanism and your own sense of empowerment, and not rely so much on what other people think or say about you. If you do that, and if you keep the focus on yourself, then I do see happiness for you, and I see that you're going to be able to move past some of the pain that you might have experienced earlier in the year. September is a little bit of a shadow of what you might have experienced towards the beginning of the year, but it's much less pronounced. There could be a strong personality in your life, a strong air sign like a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that could be a little bit either condescending or critical. What I want you to do is realize you're fine. You have this King of Cups, either as a person or as an embodiment of your happiness, and realize that you are just like this soothsayer that we're looking at here with the Knight of Chalices. You can look at your life and either be happy with it or sad with it. This is often a polarized card. Why not be happy with it and think of all the energy that you have to bring? Look at the beautiful fire within this, even though it's a water-based card. So you have a lot of energy, a lot of vitality to bring. And where I see the new beginning happening for you is November. This is when many of you may be moving. There may be a new job opportunity. It looks unexpected. I see another potential for this happening in July for some of you, because the Knight of Wands is about forward motion. And I also am paying attention to the fact that this one's actually moving. So you'll have two opportunities to shift out. Why not do it sooner? Because I see the latter part of the year being very positive. So if you can do it in July, do it. If not, I see a second opportunity coming up in November. December for you is a great month. I will say, though, it is going to be that opportunity to look back at the year and think, wow, I survived and I did well, or, oh, I wish I had done this, this, and this. I'm going to encourage you to let go of the I wish I did this, this, and this, and just focus on how much you have and what's laying ahead, what lies ahead. There's a lot of great stuff that's in the future. So this is a beginning. You're going to go through some of the challenge and the darkness first, but then it's going to be a beautiful new dawn, a beautiful new day. And a lot of these swords cards are avoidable. But what they mean is that you probably have to go through some of these sort of power struggles so that you can get your power back. I realized that after my own struggles a few years ago, that sometimes it's a blessing. And what people do when they're pushing your buttons, basically they're showing you where you need to toughen up and where you need to become stronger. The only thing that I would say as far as health goes, if we look, where is the best place here? I would say the first 2 or 3 months, this is where I want you to focus on breathing. So any sort of physical activity will help you, and it's going to help you transmute and also eliminate some of the negativity that you might be feeling. So yoga, cardio activity, anything that gets you outside and allows you to do some deep breathing would be great. Physically speaking, there could be a little bit of a lag in energy coming through in July, and again coming through in September. But I think there'll be a shift emotionally for you, which is great, around August and around November. So you're going to have some positive changes in your emotional happiness over the course of the year. And there is a chance for love. It's unexpected love, and it's something that's going to come to you. So if you have a choice of suitors, and it looks like you do, it looks like you might have fire sign, water, possibly air. Of all of those, the water sign, which would be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces, looks the best to me. The fire, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sag, is probably second best. I would avoid the swords at this point. Hopefully that helps you. And if you ever want a little bit more information on how this will apply to you, more sort of like one-on-one, I am doing a special in January where for 45 minutes you could do an expanded version of this and look a little bit more at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So there'll be a link to book if you'd like to at the end of this video. I'll put it in one of the corners. And if you want to keep in touch and know when the latest and greatest videos are coming out, like this month I actually put 24 out, so that's unusual for me, but you can sign up for my newsletter or on any of my social networking sites, and I'll put links to all of those at the end. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been really nice to get to know everyone, and you have a lot of choices online, and I'm glad that you decided to stop by here, and I hope that it was really helpful for you. So have a very good new year, and I'll see you in a month. Bye-bye.